Au nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Amen. Hello, we're back for number 2. Let's go. So, since the last time I posted, a few people commented like, what the hell? Okay, I didn't know this was gonna happen, but welcome, I guess. Oh, I don't think you're bots, but that's pretty cool. And like okay, never mind. So I got an audience now, I guess. Welcome. We can chat in the comments or whatever. Just to question why. How is this interesting to you? But I guess, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm a bit nervous. I'm a bit excited. But I guess this is the point of the log, right? It's that so that people can keep me accountable, right? So anyway, things working out pretty good. I hope y'all are good. And let's get on to what I have to say today. So, yeah, as I said, a few people commented and watched, and I got like 50 views, I guess, so that's really cool. But the point of this log is not to get views, so I don't want to spend time making thumbnails and hooks and thinking about titles and making it clickbait and thinking about retention, etc., because that's just not the point. I don't care about ad revenue for now, because if I start going into these little details, I'll just get off track, and it's history repeating itself. And I just need to put my time in only one project. Okay, so I can't be focused on that sort of stuff. So I hope if people want to watch, then sure, I'm sure I could get a lot more views, but that's not the point. Also, I'd like to talk about the business log format, how I'm gonna make these. I'll try to stick to a single format, which is basically a debrief. So it will start with what I did this week, what I learned as a lesson, as a life lesson or a business lesson this week, and how I'm going to apply that lesson and correct my mistakes for next week, and therefore what I'm going to do. So I think that's a pretty concise, pretty instructive way to think about my week, and it basically ensures progress. If I can learn something every week, then that's fewer mistakes to make every week. All right. With that said, what did I do this week? Well, fuck all is what I did. That's what I did. Shit, I didn't do anything. And not for lack of laziness. I mean, kind of, but not too much. I worked more than last week. But the thing is, life gets in the fucking way. That's what happened. Basically, as I said, I'm a student, and I had basically a ton of projects. I had internships to go after. I had travel, etc. So I never got time to get to the crunchy shit I talked about, which is the Max Pearson school community. So that's kind of disappointing. It's quite frustrating, actually, because I've got stuff that aren't super important to me, but that I have to do. Otherwise, I get into big trouble, you know. And basically, these stuff just nibble my time. They take away from my availability, and it's shit, and I don't like it. And basically, I worked on a project for school, which is a programming project. I also, me and my girl, no, I shouldn't say that. Okay, I won't talk about that because that's private. But yeah, basically tons of stuff. And I think that goes well into in this week's life lesson, which is what I learned this week is that life gets in the way. And even if it does, even if shit just comes up on your plate and you don't have the time to do what you actually want to do, which is work on the business and actually start making money, then I think you actually have to force it. You have to work harder to get to that point where you actually have free time to work on that second thing. So get all of the bullshit out the way and then work again on the business. And I believe it was in Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read it quite a while ago. But one of the lessons he said was basically take your share first. Don't worry about taxes. Don't worry about blah, blah, blah. Just serve yourself first and then think about others. And I think it can also be applied to my time, which is basically, even if it might get you in a bit of trouble, focus on yourself first, pay yourself first, and then don't neglect them, but give them the scraps. And I think with the scraps of my time, I can actually get by. So I also believe that's why so many people say it's so hard in the beginning, because since you don't have an income or the business hasn't started yet, you can't let go of all the other shit that's eating up your time. And therefore you have to work on those things first and then work on the business to move forward. Otherwise, everything just stays the same and nothing gets done. So I guess this is this week's lesson. And therefore, what I will do this week to ensure it does not happen and that I actually make progress is that I will start by working on the things I said I would work and that will make the business move forward. And later, let's say after I have accomplished a goal, or maybe just after like 2 hours or 3 hours of work. I don't like to think like this, like I worked 3 hours, now I'm done. No, I like to think of, I have a goal orientated thought process. But anyway, I should put a system in place, but that's what I'd like to do. In terms of the objectives for this week, still have projects, still have internships, but I'd like to, as I said, take notes, see as a global picture, start having a roadmap of what the journey will look like, and actually start thinking about the steps. I already have a bit of experience in this. I might talk about it next week, because this isn't my first try. So I know kind of how to do some of this stuff. I've done client outreach for my video editing jobs. I've done the offer. I've thought about the niche, but I'll talk about this next week. I think would be a good time. So yeah, that's it. I hope all of you are doing well. If some of you join us, then welcome. And if some of you came back, why? I mean, I'm happy, but like, okay, thanks, just stay, comment, like, I don't care. I kind of do. Damn, I said I didn't care, but now I kind of do, like. Anyways, if you have any suggestions or advice, go ahead. Like, if you think, like, oh, you should handle your time like this, blah, 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 yeah, tell me in the comments, and I'll try to respond. Anyway, it's going to be tough, it's going to be hard, but I guess that's why no one does it. Yeah. See you next week. Bye bye. Au nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Amen.